in Workplace Math 20. So I do highly recommend that you come to class every day, especially for Unit 3, Unit 6, and actually Unit 4 is pretty tough too. So I highly recommend that you come to class to be able to master these topics. So the principle, the way I teach is I would work on a few examples and then you work on the similar question in the assignment. And I hope you will be able to do it. Once again, when you're in class, I would do all the examples, but when I'm filming a video, okay, I will only do one example. Like there are two examples of the flower, right? But because I'm using my personal time to record this video, I would just do one flower, okay? I will do one Caesar style question. And then after that, I will do one telephone style question. And then I would do one cannonball question. And then I will do one star question, okay? If you notice, as far as possible, I try to use a formula, okay? Unless when I'm doing the rectangular prism, okay, where I don't need a formula for that. Otherwise, I would generally be using a formula. Now, so far with me, for the part 1 of 3.1, we were learning how to find the surface area of a rectangular prism. Now, this is the other kind of a rectangular prism you might encounter where you get a square on the side, where your C is a square. When your C is a square, okay, you do not really have to use the long-winded method of A, okay? All you need to do is to simply use this formula here, okay? Which is, sorry, surface area equals to, okay, we're going to write out the formula here, which is 2x squared plus 4xy, okay, where x is the side of the square, which is 0.5 meter, and your y is the length of your prism, okay, the long side, which is 2 meters, okay. So we are going to do this formula, and I'm going to swap the letters x and xy with 0.5 for x and 2 for y. So that's your first step. You always write out the formula. And then the second step, x squared. So 2 multiplied by x squared. 2 multiplied by 0.5 squared. Okay, as you can see, my 2x squared has become 2 multiplied by 0.5 squared. Where did x go to? X is simply 0.5. Okay, and x is the side of the square. Plus, okay, 4 multiplied by x, which is 0.5, multiplied by 2, okay? 4xy, 4 multiplied by 0.5, multiplied by 2. Your next step, 2 times 0.5. Now, this is how you type 0.5 on your calculator, 0.5 square on your calculator, okay? Oh no. Okay, never mind. I'm going to use my phone calculator today. Okay, there you go. Okay, you press 0.5, and then you press the x squared button over here. You will get 0.25. Okay, so there you go. Plus 4 times 0.5 times 2. So 4 times 0.5, you get 2. 2 times 2, you get 4. 2 times 0.25, you get 0.5 plus 4. Final answer, 4.5 meter square. Okay. Now, this method is for the flower question, and this method, this formula is only for a rectangular prism where the sides are square, are perfect squares. Okay. If I can venture to draw it for you, it will look like this. Imagine a square, and yeah, there you go. So this figure, when you open it up, you end up getting this. Okay, and the square will be 0.5, and the length of your rectangular prism will be 2 meters. Okay, so this is the figure, and this is the net, and this is how you calculate the surface area. Okay, now I'm going to move on to the next example now. I'm going to move on to the Caesar style of question. The Caesar style. Now, we are coming face to face with a triangular prism. I personally feel that the triangular prism is one of the tougher shapes that you might encounter in this topic here. Okay, so let us draw the net first, because we need to draw the net and we need to find the surface area of the triangular prism. To draw the net, the first front-facing triangle, right, C there. You can see a rectangle here, right? You can see a rectangle here. This rectangle that I just outlined, this rectangle, we're going to call it A, okay? The part of the prism resting on the table or resting on the floor will be B, and the part that's facing the back, we'll call it D. So the rectangular prism will look like, the triangular prism will look like this. A, B, D, D, okay? And there you go. And there you go. All right. That is your rectangular prism. Now, your rectangular prism, you can put 2 for the base of the triangle C. Okay. And the height of triangle C will be B. Okay. Will be 4. And 8 will be the length. 8 will be the length. 8 will be the length. And 8 will be the length. Okay. 2, 4. Okay. There you go. Once you do this, you're fine. Okay. In a rectangular prism, okay, yeah, you can color it this way, okay, and then you color it this way, okay, there you go. All right, which means that if this is 2, this will be 2. If this is 2, and this will be 2, okay. Now, if you notice, I haven't given any value to the orange part, okay? The value of the orange part is written here. That's your hypotenuse, okay? Which is x squared plus y squared square root. Now, let us get back to this calculation of the area. So the net is done. We are now going to find the surface area of the triangular prism. To find the surface area, use this formula that I've just created for you, okay? I'm not sure whether you may want to zoom in a bit further, okay? You can see that it is, let me focus it a bit better for you. Okay, it is Z multiplied by square root of x squared plus y squared, close bracket, plus xz plus yz plus xy, where x is the base of the triangle, y is the height of the triangle, and z is the length of the prism. I will show it to you how to do it live, so it is easier for you to understand how to work on this formula. Okay, give me a moment. Let me focus the lens. Okay, let us start now. Okay, now if you look at your triangle, the base of a triangle is 2. So this is x. Okay, the height of your triangle is 4. So this is y. And the length of your prism is 8. So let this be z. Okay, let this be z. Okay, so to further clarify it for yourself, x equals to 2, y equals to 4, and z equals to 8. Okay, z equals to 8. Now, okay, to find the surface area, you write the formula out. Okay, and the formula is z multiplied by square root of x squared plus y square, close bracket. Okay, plus xz plus yz plus xy. Okay, that is the formula here. Okay, and then we're going to calculate it accordingly. Your z is 8, so 8 multiply square root. Your x is 2, so 2 square. Your y is 4, so 4 square, close bracket, plus xz. X is 2, z is 8, so 2 multiplied by 8, plus yz. Your y is 4, your z is 8, so 4 multiplied by 8, plus xy. X is 2, y is 4. 2 multiplied by 4. Okay, so let us continue from there. The square root is here. We are going to start at this square root. Okay, so let's work it out. Okay, let's calculate now. My calculator is working. So 2 square plus 4 square, I get 20. I try again. 2 square plus 4 square, you get 20, right? So we're going to square root 20. You will get 4.47. So 8 multiply 4.472. Okay, you notice, right? I calculated this and it became 4.472. Okay, plus 2 times 8, you get 16. 4 times 8, you get 32. 2 times 4, you will get 8. Okay, now I hope you still remember your BODMAS rule. We will calculate the bracket first, and then we will add the rest of the numbers, okay? So 8 multiplied by 4.472. You should get 35.777, okay? Plus 16 plus 32 plus 8. 16 plus 32 plus 8, 56, okay? This plus this, you should get 91.8. You round it up to one decimal place, cm square. And that is the area of this triangular prism. Okay, so this is page 10. Okay, this is page 10, and that's the working right here, as you can see. Okay, there you go. Now I am going to go on to the next example now. Okay, there you go. Now I want everyone to try, okay, to look at this example again. You can pause it at any time and watch it again to master the Caesar style of question, okay, which is going to be in your assignment. Okay, let us continue here. The next style of question you're going to get in assignment 3.1 part 2 will be the telephone style. Okay, the telephone style question is also a triangular prism. However, this triangular prism is not quite the same as this triangular prism. This triangular prism and this net is for a triangular prism that looks like a birthday cake. It looks like a slice of a birthday cake or a wedding cake. But this triangular prism is more like a Toblerone chocolate, right? If you ask me, looks like a very long summer tent or a Toblerone chocolate. Now, what is different about this triangular prism and the earlier triangular prism is that this triangular prism is a right angle triangle, whereas this triangle over here is an equilateral triangle. So let me demonstrate to you how to solve this using the formula that I've created here, okay? So once again, let us draw the net first, because they ask you to draw the net. The net of an equilateral triangle prism is, because it is a triangular prism, it will have 3 panels, okay? Each panel for each side of the triangle. And then you will have the equilateral triangle on the side. And because they are all the same side, okay, you notice that I put a line, right, on the sides. Now, this line denotes the sides which have the same length, which means that if you take a highlighter and then you color it, all the sections that are colored have the same length, which means that if this is 15.2, um, this is 15.2 cm, okay? And this is also 15.2 cm. As long as there's a side with a line, it is 15.2 cm, okay? And this is A. This panel and this panel and this panel's size are exactly the same. And you see 96.5 over here, 96.5, you write it on top, 96.5 cm. Voila, the net is completed. You have completed the net of this equilateral triangle prism. Even though both of them are prism, you can see that this net and this net are quite different, okay? So let us calculate the surface area, okay? The surface area of the prism. Now, if you notice, the way I do my working is I would write, I'm trying to find the surface area of the prism, and then I would write the formula. And I expect you to do the very same thing, okay, which is fairly easy to do on your working when you show your work. So at the very start, you write out the formula, okay? By the way, what is x and y? The side of the triangle, the side of the equilateral triangle is your x. The length of your prism, the length of the prism is your y. Okay, so let us start it now. 3xy is 3 multiplied by x multiplied by y. So 3 multiplied by 15.2, okay, multiplied by y, which is 96.5. Then this part is actually your 3xy. Then plus comes right down here. Then 0.866, 0.866 multiply, what is x in this story? 15.2. Multiply by 15.2, x squared, 15.2 square. Okay? Now, I normally do the powers or the exponents first. So we'll start from here. Okay? So let us continue here. So taking the calculator out, 15.2, you press the x square button, you will get 231.04, okay? So it's 0.866 multiplied by 231.04. Plus comes down. I'm going to calculate this part now, okay? So 3 multiplied by 15.2 multiplied by 96.5, you will get 4,404. Okay, so I'm going to calculate this part now. Okay, so 0.866 multiplied by 231.04, I will get 200.08 plus 4400.4. Okay, and then you add them up. When you add them up, you will get 4600.5 thereabouts, okay? cm square, okay? And that is the surface area of a equilateral triangle prism, okay? At any one point, you can feel free to pause the video to look at the work, okay? And then to copy it. Feel free to pause the video at any one point in time to re-watch it to understand how to do this style of question. So I've completed the telephone style of question. So I'm going to be doing the bomb style of question. Okay, the bomb style of question. I'm going to start with this Mary Mongrand kind of question. And then after that, I'm going to be doing the Frederick Fontaine style of question. Okay, please watch me doing it. It's a bit tricky because the bomb style and the star kind of question requires a little bit more imagination. Okay, Mary Mongrand is building a child's wagon. The wagon box is to be 4 feet long, 20 inches wide, and the sides of the wagon will be 12 inches high. So part 1, draw a net of the box and label the dimension. Before you can draw the net of the box, okay, it is highly recommended that you draw the figure of the box first. Okay, you draw the figure of the box first. Okay, now the wagon is going to be 4 feet long. 4 feet long. 20 inches wide. 20 inches wide. Okay, 20 inches is over here. Okay, and the sides of the wagon will be 12 inches high, which means from here to here. From here to here, we are looking at 12 inches. 12 inches. Okay, so before you start your calculation, okay, just have a quick check here, okay? This is in inches, this is in inches, but this 4 is in feet. So straight away, let us convert 4 feet into inches, okay? 4 feet is 4 multiplied by 12 inches. You have to know that. We learned that in Workplace Math 10. 4 multiplied by 12, 48 inches. Okay, which means don't write 4 inches, you write 48 inches. Okay, 4 feet is actually 48 inches, so you can just ignore this and write 48 first. Okay, so this is your rectangular prism. Okay, but they want a net, so the first thing you do is write A for the front, you write B, and you write C. Everything that we have learned in part 1 of unit 3.1. So this rectangular prism, when you open it up, the net will look like this, as we have learned in your earlier part of this unit, okay? You will get an upside down cross, right? Which is A, B, C, D, A, B, C, D. Sorry, A, B, A, B, A, B, C, C, sorry. A, B, A, B, C, C, okay? And when you are doing this type of question, okay, remember that your jackpot zone is here. This is your jackpot zone, okay? This is your jackpot zone. Whatever numbers land on the blue point, whatever numbers end on the blue point, they will be repeated, okay, at the sides marked blue, okay? So your A is 48 by 12. So your A is 48 by 12. Okay, let me just zoom in a bit better. Your A is 48 by 12. Your A is 48 by 12. Now, if this to this is 12, therefore here to here will be 12. Here to here will be 12. Here to here will be 12. Okay, let's go on to B now. If you look at B, the long part of B, the length of rectangle B is 48 inches, right? But the height or the width of B is actually 20 inches. So your B, the long part is 48, the short part is 20 inches. 20 inches, right? Which means that as long as the side is blue, it is 20 inches. 20 inches. 20 inches and 20 inches. 20 inches and 20 inches. Okay, all the blue side are 20 inches. Okay, once you do this, congratulations, you are done with the net. So you are done with part A, you are done with the net. Okay, so let us calculate the surface area of the box. So part B, the surface area of your box. Let me zoom it out. As per our working and solution for part 1 of 3.1, the area of the rectangular prism is really 2A plus 2B plus 2C. Okay? 2A means 2 multiplied by the area of A. Well, look at the rectangle A. Okay, what is the area? It will be the length multiplied by the width. The length is 48 and the width is 12. 48 times 12. Okay, and that is 2A. plus, you write plus here, 2b. 2b means 2 times b. And b, the area of rectangle b, is 48 multiplied by, not 12, multiplied by 20 inches. Okay, so 2 multiplied by 48 multiplied by 20. Okay, let's try 2c now. Okay, plus 2c means 2 multiplied by the area of c. And the area of c is 20. This is 20, right? And this is 12. 20 multiplied by 12. There you go. Okay. So we're going to calculate this, calculate this, calculate this, calculate this, and then you add all three of them together. Okay. So 2 times 48 times 12, you will get 1152 plus 2 times 48 times 20. 2 times 48 times 20, you will get 1920 plus, okay, 2 times 20 times 12. 2 times 20 times 12, you will get 480. Okay, this plus this plus this equals to how much? 1152 plus 1920 plus 480, you will get 3552 inches square. And that is the surface area of the wagon. Okay, inside and outside. Okay, there you go. And then let's try the part C now. Okay, that's the surface area of the neck of the box. Part C, 1 square foot equals to 144 inches square. What is the surface area of the box in square feet? So let us calculate that now. Okay, your surface area of the box, okay, your surface area of the box, we have just calculated it, is 3552 inches square. Now, essentially, what do they want from you? 1 square foot equals to 144 square inches. What is the surface area of the box in square feet? Essentially, they're asking you, so okay, the area is 3,552 inches. So what is it in feet square? You understand what I mean? Now, you can't just take this and divide it by 12, okay? Because you're not converting inches to feet. You're in converting inches square to feet. And the question has already given you the answer, the clue really. If 1 square foot is 144 inches square, to convert this to square feet is just 3552 divided by 144, which is 3552 divided by 144, you will get about 24.7, okay, square feet. Okay, and that's the answer to C. Let's look at part D now. Okay, part D. Can she make a box? Can she make the box from a single sheet of 5 feet and 9 feet plywood? Can she make the box from a single sheet of 5 feet multiplied by 9 feet plywood? Now, there are many ways to do part D. I am going to assume, okay, this wagon is a closed wagon, okay, where there is a lid on top, where the wagon has a lid on top, okay, to close the box up. It's not an open wagon, okay, it is a closed wagon. That is my assumption, okay, it is a closed wagon, which means that it is a wagon and there's an upper lid on it, okay. So you not only must you make the wagon, okay, you must also construct the lid to cover it, okay. So with that assumption in mind, I'm going to do my calculation, which means the area of, okay, plywood, the amount of wood, the area which is the area of plywood represents the amount of wood you have, has to be more than or equal to the area of the wagon. If your plywood is less than the area of wagon, you do not have enough wood to make the wagon. But if your area of plywood is more than the wagon, if it's more than, you have extra wood left over. If the area of plywood is equal to the area of the wagon, you can make the wagon with no wood left over. I hope you understand what I'm saying. Okay. So in this case, okay, in order to have enough wood to construct the wagon, your area of plywood has to be more than or equal to the area of wagon. So let us calculate this. Now, what do you know about your plywood? You know that it's 5 feet by 9 feet, right? So it is like a rectangular plywood, okay, of 5 feet and 9 feet, okay? So to calculate the area, okay, it is simply 9 feet multiplied by 5 feet, okay? Whatever you calculate, it has to be more than 24.7 square feet, okay? 9 times 5, 45 square feet, okay? Is 45 more than 24.7 feet square? It is, right? It's more than that. Therefore, yes, you have enough wood, you have enough plywood to make the wagon, okay? If your area of plywood is less than the area of your wagon, then the answer will be no, no, all right? And this is how you do the bomb kind of question, okay? And this is how you do the bomb kind of question, okay? To see the work, feel free to look at the PDF of the board which I share on SB, okay, to help you understand the working, okay. Now I'm going to do the last example now before you start on your assignment, okay, for the part 2 of 3.1. Now I'm just going to do this one example, okay. There are 2 examples given. Once again, if you want to see 2 examples in class, then 2 examples, you have to come to class. If you do not come to class, then the trade-off is I'm just going to do one example. And if you want to understand it a bit more, pause it, watch the video a few times, and you can get it, okay? Francis Fontaine ships rolled moose hides in shipping boxes made in the shape of an equilateral triangular prism, 25 cm on each side of the triangle, and has a length of 65 feet. Draw a diagram and a net of the box, then label the dimensions of each side. That's part A. Then after that, calculate the surface area of the box. Okay, so let us get started. Now, when I look at this question, my eyes zero in on this word, equilateral triangular prism. So you know straight away, this is not the birthday cake prism. This is the Toblerone-shaped prism because of the equilateral triangular prism. So in order to draw it, draw a triangle with equal sides, okay? And then you draw the length, and welcome to your Toblerone, homemade Toblerone, okay? And then each side of the triangle are the same length. It is 25 cm. So you just write 25 cm here. And the length of your prism is 65 cm. So 65 cm, that is the length, okay? There you go, prism done. And then now we're going to be doing the net. Because this is a triangular prism, okay, where it is a equilateral triangle, it is just A, C, C, okay? Now you can feel free to take your highlighter and just draw the side, just to remind yourself that all the sides are the same, right? 65 cm, 65 cm, 25 cm, or the spiky sides, or the sides I draw a line on, they are all 25 cm. Once you do this, congratulations, you are done with your prism, the net of the prism. Congratulations, okay? Let's do part B now. Calculate the surface area of the box. We are going to use this formula again, okay? Where your x equals to the side of the triangle. The side of the triangle is 25, so x is 25 cm. Your y is the length of the prism, so y equals to 65 cm. Y equals to 65 cm. There you go, and there you go. Not too complicated. And then to calculate the surface area, your surface area therefore is 3xy plus 0.866 x squared. Okay, 3xy plus 0.866 x squared. 3xy, 3 multiply, what is x? X is 25. 25. So at 3 times 25, what is y? Y is 65. There you go, 3xy plus 0.866 multiply x squared. X is 25, so x squared is 25 squared, or 25 to the power of 2. Okay, now because 25 to the power of 2 is right here, I'm going to start calculating from here. Okay, so 25 square, okay, let me do it over here. 25 square, you will get 625. Multiply by 0.866. I get 624.134. So I'm just going to write 624.134. I'm going to write it down here, okay? And then next, 3 times 25 times 65. So 3 times 25 times 65, I get about 4875. Okay, and then 4875 plus 624.134, I get 5499.134. Okay, and then you just round it up to one decimal place. Okay, 5499.1. Okay, and this is a cm question, so cm square. Congratulations, you are done with the surface area of the equilateral triangle prism. Okay, congratulations, you are done. Okay, so I have completed all the examples that you need to watch and know for the part 2 of 3.1. Please continue working hard on 3.1, and I hope to see you in class for the next unit. Please complete your assignment and have a good day. I hope to see you in class. Take care lots and stay well.